how you make a long drive suddenly not so long.
I'm feeling good for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him work.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Cook. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Xavier Howard.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. But he's got the completion to Hopkins. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown NFC. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stout them, that can be demoralizing.
His kick is good, and the NFC goes up 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown.
Young Ray Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Complete.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Mahomes to his KC teammate Kelsey for the AFC first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's now 3rd and
It's complete. Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
AFC. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And again, it's Mahomes. They set up the screen for Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Past the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Buying time to his right. And he lost the football. And it looks like the NFC's going to have it, and they do.
A fumble on the play.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Powers through him. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
2-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
AFC, nothing.
The AFC going to get the ball first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
AFC takes over first and 10.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they're working across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they go end around with Adams. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
On the play, second and 10 at the AFC's 32-yard line.
Now a design run with Jefferson. Oh, nice move. And now running right through it. Powers. There he goes, left side. And touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 32 yards. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not...